Hello, everybody, and welcome to IC Markets Market Commentary. My name is Tamar Mehr from Trade with Precision. So last week, non-farm payrolls number came in lower than expected at only 50,000. That prompt market expectation for a Fed rate cut and also saw the share market going higher. And what we've got here is the chart of the Nasdaq. And if I'll start here from the monthly chart, we can see that the monthly is overextended. We had a bit of a pullback toward the moving averages, toward the buy zone, the area between the 10 and the 20 moving averages, and then we moved away. And we can also see that we're going through some sort of a consolidation. Looking here on the weekly, and we can see we closed the week nice and strong and consolidating underneath a level that is compressing. So we're making somewhat of equal highs and higher lows, and we also back into the buy zone on the weekly chart. But if we'll take a look here on the momentum indicators, we can see that as the market is making equal highs, the momentum indicators are pushing lower and making lower highs. So we do have divergence on the high on the weekly chart. Now, if we'll take a look here on the daily, we can see the level and we can see those higher lows that the market is making and the strong move that we had on Friday. What we can also see is this compression is happening just underneath this high. So what I like to see is a break and a move above this high, so a strong break above this level. Then I'll be looking for a pullback to test this level from above. However, if we start to see a pullback, which means that we haven't been able to break this level, then I'll be paying a close attention to the Russell. So the Russell here on the daily chart, we can see we broke to a new higher high. So we basically moved from a lower low to a higher high. And if we'll take a look here on the monthly, we can see that we're also at all-time high and very overextended. We had a strong dip over here into the 1700, moved away, made a higher high, moving averages 10, 20, 50, all fanning, all in the correct order for an uptrend and a strong convergence here on the momentum indicators. Quick look on the weekly, and we can see the weekly is also back into an uptrend and also overextended. So what I'm looking for is a bit of a pullback, really some of this very strong buying pressure. So taking a look here on the daily, there are two levels that I'm looking at. The first level sits around the 25.90 area, and the second level we can see we had a couple of touch here. It's around the 25.73. What I also like to do is drill down into the 4 hours, and on the 4 hours we can see we have a very nice uptrend here, and I want to add the Fibonacci retracement from the latest low to the high, and what we can see is that we have the 61.8% retracement clustering with this level of 25.90, which is the previous swing high on this move. So the area that I'm looking at for potential opportunities for this pullback sits between these two levels. Next, I want to take a look at the chart of the German index, and this one had a very strong push and broke up above a monthly consolidation. So we can see here for many months we just went sideways, haven't been able to break the high, haven't been able to break the low. We are in an uptrend. We do have moving averages 10, 20, 50, all fanning, all in the correct order for an uptrend, and also we do have some overextension, meaning quite a distance between where price action sits right now and the moving averages. We also kept on printing all-time highs during this week. Now, if we take a look here on the weekly chart, we can see the strong break that the market had, and we can see we are overextended. And I'm looking again for a bit of pullback, really some of these very strong buying pressure. So let's drill down into the daily, and these are the level that I'm after. So the first level sits around the 24,775 area. It's the previous swing high. We can see we had a push and another push by the sellers from that area. The second level sits around the round number of the 24,500. What I like about this level is that we have a couple of touches at that area in the past before breaking above it, pulling back into it on the daily chart and pushing to a very strong higher high. So on the Nasdaq, I'm looking for first to confirm the break to a higher high, and then I'll be looking for a pullback. On the Russell and on the DAX, I am looking for a pullback to release some of the buying pressure and a continuation of this move, preferably on the lower time frame. Happy trading, everyone. Bye for now.